Hi, can I help you?
How you doing? Yeah, you're gonna love this, especially being in Las Vegas. It's really cool. It's actually a cool 1800s gambling kit,
Oh, wow.
which includes everything you need to be a gambler back in the day, your gun to protect yourself, full deck of cards, and cool dice, too.
I mean, why is everything so tiny?
I think people were just smaller back then.
Elves.
I'm looking to sell my 1800s gambling kit. I found this gambler's kit about 4 years ago in St. Augustine, Florida. I had to have it because it was a complete kit, including the gun, full deck of cards, and also the dice. I'm ready to move on, put the money back in my collection, and I figured Las Vegas gambling kit, best place to sell it. I'm hoping to get $3,000 for my 1800s complete gambler's kit.
This is cool. It's always funny to me that they've made stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those weird things where people have been gambling since the dawn of time. I'm sure caveman had a way of gambling. It's like almost a human instinct. And for whatever reason, somebody decided it was so bad that people had to hide it and stuff like this. Especially back in, the 1800s. People were very religious back then. Gambling was a sin. You didn't want your church folks knowing that you were gambling. And that's where stuff like this came in handy. So how'd you get it?
So I was in St. Augustine, Florida, and I walked into an antique gun shop. Then I decided to buy it.
Okay. The gun is in great shape.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the gun.
Yeah.
You have a little miniature deck of cards here. And then you have possibly the corniest set of homemade dice I've ever seen in my life. They're obviously homemade. Give me an idea what you want to do with it.
I'd like to sell it.
Okay. What are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like to get $3,000 out of it.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't go anywhere near 3,000. Here's the deal. The cards aren't really worth anything. The dice, nothing. The gun, on the other hand, I could give you, I'll give you $500, and it's only because of the gun.
Yeah. I can't do 500, but I can do 1,500.
I'll tell you what, man. Meet me at 9, and that's really the most I can go. I can't stretch it any farther than that.
You know what? I think it's time for somebody to enjoy history as much as I do. So, yeah, I'll let it go for 9.
All right, cool. Meet me over there. We'll do some paperwork.
Excellent. I feel pretty good about it. I came in, I rolled the dice at $3,000, but I think at $900 it was fair, and I go home a winner.
I was out running errands, and Corey texted me about someone wanting to sell their Atari Centipede table game. I know video games, so I should be able to handle this one on my own. Oh, check this out. It's pretty dope.
It is. For being a 1980s cocktail table centipede game, it's in really good shape.
Are one of these high scores you?
They all are. 146,081.
Whoa.
Yeah, that took a long time. Way back when, you couldn't game at home, you had to game in the club. So I would go to the clubs, and that was the game to play. It's a classic game, so I'd like to get 500 for it, but I'm negotiable. I'd probably take as low as 4.
So where'd you get this?
I got it online about 15 years ago. I had to have it because my girlfriends and I would go into bars and we would sit around and play these games. It kind of stayed with me, and it's always been fun.
I was born in 1982, so I come from a little bit different time of video games, Obviously, the Atari was out, but when I was a kid, arcades had already evolved so much that we didn't get a chance to appreciate games like this. This game is a classic. It's all about defending yourself from killer centipedes. People who played this as kids still love this game, but I can only buy it if it fully works. Does it take quarters?
No, it's actually set for free play.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I think my high score still stands.
I just wanted to make sure it was working good.
Okay.
How much are you looking to get out of it?
I'd like 500 for it.
500. The highest these things sell for is $700. So 500 is not a bad deal, but it's damaged, and the amount of repairs that I have to do, I just couldn't make no money there. I'd be offering you like about $200.
$200 wouldn't work for me. I could go down to $400.
$400 is just a little bit out of my price range. If it was in a little bit better condition, I would do it all day. I'd like to buy it at $200.
Can you come up at all from 200?
How about 201?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me come take a look at it.
Thank you.
Sorry
I
we couldn't make a
appreciate
deal.
it. Sorry.
This video game's a classic. It's just not in good enough shape to buy for 400 bucks. But hey, this is why I love my job. I can check out video games all day long and get paid for it.
Hello.
Hey,
Okay, tell me.
from Walt Disney Productions. This is a lantern that hung over the teacups in Disneyland.
I can't tell you how many times I've been on this ride and going really, really fast and getting sucked to the side of that thing. I imagine on this ride there has to be someone there with a mop and bucket.
I have a Disneyland Mad Tea Party lantern. I'm a big Disney collector and go to all the shows and sales and conventions. And as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what it was and I had to have it. This is really cool.
I mean, just super iconic Disneyland ride. I don't know if it was one of the original rides, but it was close to one of the original rides. It's all based off the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. He was having his unbirthday party,
Yes.
because you can have an unbirthday party 364 days a year.
Very merry unbirthday party.
You know where the term Mad Hatter came from?
From Alice in Wonderland, right?
Well, no, because the hatters, they would use anything from wool to beaver, all these different things to make hat. But the way you would get that fur off the pelts is you would use mercury.
Oh,
Almost every hatter eventually went insane from all the mercury poison. They'd lose all their teeth, they'd go a little bit crazy. Not exactly a great profession to have back in the day.
no.
So where'd you get it?
I'm a collector. I have over 50,000 pieces of Disney, and
Okay,
I
that's-
go to all the Disney shows and conventions. And I was at a Disney show in Anaheim, and I saw that, knew exactly what it was, and had to have it.
So does it have a regular light bulb in it?
It has a transformer and then a
Okay.
interesting bulb, but it works.
Can I plug this thing in?
Sure, absolutely.
It's cute. It is neat though. I mean, it's part of Disneyland. It's like, and they're just so collectible. So how much you want for this thing?
$2,000.
Dollars. Okay. All right. I guess that one's it right there.
Yep.
So if you sell this, I get the picture too, right? That's sort of a package deal.
That's the package deal.
Let me call in a buddy of mine. He's an expert on everything Disney. He can give me a price on what a Mad Hatter's lamp goes for.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'll be right back.
Okay. A Disneyland expert could authenticate it and give a good value, so I'm all for it.
Hey, Joel, how's it going?
How you doing? Nice
good,
to see
man.
you again. Oh my gosh. This is my most favorite unmemory of Disneyland that I ever had. So the Mad Tea Party ride, what's really significant on this is that you don't get to see these very often. A lot of times they would get destroyed, broken, but rarely do I see everything all here. They replace these on a regular basis. Of course, as we can see, this one's not perfect. You gotta remember, Disney's very particular about how everything looks. They want it to be brand new every day.
So it looks like it's the same one. I mean, I don't know if they
yeah.
faked these or not.
Can I take a look underneath here? Okay, yeah, this has got the original lighting. Back then, they used transformers and fluorescent lights to light them up because they didn't have LED lights like they do today. So, yeah, that's original.
That is really neat. Okay, so what do you think this is worth?
I was personally at the last Disneyland auction in Los Angeles, and the average price was $6,000 to $7,000 a piece.
That much, huh?
I would say for sure that you're easily at the $4,000 range on that.
Okay. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so, and you want $2,000 for it?
Well, you heard the expert.
Uh-huh.
So how about 3,000?
I'll give you $2,000 for it.
What do you think about 2,500?
I'll give you $2,200 for it.
Okay.
All right. I'll meet you right over
Okay.
there. I'll get you written up. I'll get you paid.
Okay, thanks. I'm thrilled. I came in asking for $2,000 and I got $2,200, and now I'm buying a ticket to Tokyo Disneyland.
So what in the hell do we have here?
This is a 1941 M3 armored scout car for the Army.
This looks like something right out of MASH. Is this thing bulletproof?
Yes, it is.
Sweet.
decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my M3 Armored Scout car. I paid $25,000 for this truck. I was hoping to get $28,000 if possible. I'm sure it can only appreciate. It's like gold, it can only go up.
So where did you get this thing?
I was driving through Barstow, and my son saw it. He's a military buff, and we found it at a tow yard. They said it was all original, and I had to have it, so I went in there and bought it.
And now you're tired of it?
No, I'm going to prospect up in Alaska, and I need some money, and going to go on to the next adventure.
Okay. It's not every day that someone rolls up the shop in an armored vehicle used in World War II. If this truck is genuine, I know some military collectors who will go nuts over it. I mean, it does look cool. It would be fun to drive it up and down the strip every once in a while. So let's see what it's got under the hood.
Let's do it.
Damn, this thing's heavy.
Meant to stop a bullet.
That's definitely not a 1941 motor. That's like a late 80s, early 90s Dodge turbo diesel. Do you know how many miles are on it?
Very low. Had it in the garage the whole time. Other than that, I don't know that much more about it.
So it's a different steering column.
Well, this is how I bought it, so I don't know what's been changed on it or whatnot, but
Someone's restored it somehow or the other. I mean, it's got a brand new paint job on it, I'll tell you that. To tell you the truth, I have no idea what a 1941 Scout vehicle goes for. If we can drive this down to a buddy shop of mine, he actually deals in this kind of stuff, and we can get it all checked out.
I'm all for that.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to going to the expert, take a look at this, and we'll know where we stand.
Hey, David, how's it going?
Hey, guys.
This is why we came by.
Wow. I'm the owner of Army Trucks, Inc. We supply military vehicles to motion pictures, TV, commercials. This is a 1941 Scout car, it looks like. They're made from the late 30s to about 1944. They use these to go ahead of the tanks to scout out the enemy. So, Rick, what are your concerns?
It looks like a lot of stuff on it's been replaced, so we basically have a 1941 body here.
When I'm analyzing a truck like this, I basically look for originality, I look for obvious flaws. Wow. Guys, I see some numbers here which lend some authenticity to the vehicle. I'm gonna keep looking. Well, 1/4-inch armor, that's good. Let's pop the hood. It's definitely the correct hood, but that's not correct. Modernized.
Yeah, that's what's concerned me. Like, everything underneath looks modernized.
So, Rick, you want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the bad news.
Well, the bad news, this thing is pieced together.
Okay.
The only thing original is probably the first foot of this truck. And this looks like an M3 chassis, but everything after that underneath looks like a modern pickup truck.
So what's the good news?
The good news is somebody put a lot of time and effort and money into making this thing to look like this. As a vehicle collector myself, it does have the wow factor.
So what's a wow factor worth?
A pristine one of these is worth about $100,000, original one. This, I think, up to $20,000.
Okay. All right, thanks. It's not an original 1941 Army truck, but it still looks badass. There's definitely a market for military reproduction vehicles, so I'm still interested in buying it. I came here thinking one thing, now I have to think about something completely different. So before we talk money, let me take this thing for a spin, okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's get some wow factor going.
This thing is a hell of a lot of fun to drive. I'm definitely interested, so long as this guy keeps in mind it's not a 100% all-original military truck. Hopefully, we'll come together on a price.
Yeah!
Woo!
What do you think? Pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, but what the hell am I gonna do with it? That's my problem I'm thinking about. So realistically, what are you looking to get out of this thing?
Well, I know I paid $25 for it, and now that I know from your expert what it's worth, I know that's gone. But I gotta have at least 19 or 20.
It's just not going to happen, man. I'll go 11 grand, but it's going to be really difficult to sell. You know, when I first looked at it, cool, old World War II collectible Army truck, it's not that. I mean, basically, you got a 20-year-old truck here with a bunch of steel bolted to it.
Still paid $25,000 for it.
What you paid for it is immaterial to me.
and it has value. It has intrinsic value.
Limited market.
How about $15,000?
It won't happen.
$11,000? I mean, I'm taking a bath with that. I might as well just park it in my backyard and make a bird bath out of it.
Okay, I'm sorry, man. I just can't. That's what I can do.
Well, I appreciate you looking at it.
Sorry we couldn't make a deal, man.
Kind of disappointed. 11,000 is kind of a slap in the face. I'd rather have the wow factor myself. It's still a cool item. It's a cool piece. I'll park it back in the garage. 4th of July, come down where we're at and see the parade.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. An authentic Ronald McDonald helium head.
All right, what's the thing in its mouth?
That's where you put the balloons.
So this is for filling balloons?
Yes.
So where did you get this?
I got this at a yard sale.
So you just sort of had to have it?
Yeah, I did. It's time.
Okay.
I've come to the pawn shop to try to sell my Ronald McDonald helium head. I just don't have room for it. I'm moving on, and I'm hoping to get $500 for it today, and I know there's collectors out there. I'm moving, so anything I can get will help.
Do you know how old it is or anything?
Well, it was made in 1977.
Okay, all right, makes sense. So have you ever tried it out to make it work or anything?
I actually haven't. It's got the wiring and stuff, so I'm sure it would.
You know what? I think I know someone who used to operate one of these. Chum, you worked at McDonald's, right?
Yeah, why? Oh, Ronald.
Did you use one of these when you worked at McDonald's?
No, Rick. This thing looks like it came out before I was born.
So you know nothing about this?
It's Ronald McDonald, greatest mascot of all time. This is the face of McDonald's, and if you're a kid, you're not coming to McDonald's because you like the food. You're coming to McDonald's because of Ronald McDonald. It says they made their menu catered towards kids. We used to have people come in, and they would buy Happy Meals, and they would just tell us not even to put the food in it. They just wanted to buy the Happy Meal for the toy. But we didn't really fill balloons up when I was at McDonald's, but I went to McDonald's school, and you would watch old videos because why remake them? And so if you were a parent and you wanted to have a birthday party for your kid, you would have a birthday party at McDonald's. You'd call them, you'd say, I'm bringing in 10 kids or I'm bringing in 20 kids, and you know, they would set the placemats out on the thing. The kids would eat a couple bites of their burger, throw their French fries everywhere, poop in the slide, and be gone.
Any idea what it's worth?
I don't know. What are you asking for it?
$500.
I don't know if it's worth $500, but I do know that McDonald's stuff is worth a lot of money, but you're gonna have to come up with that price on your own, Rick.
Thanks, chum. I don't need you anymore.
Being the expert I am in McDonald's memorabilia, I feel pretty good about this item. McDonald's merchandise is very collectible. I think Rick should definitely buy this thing because if you throw some face paint and a red wig on him, I think we got a match.
Well, I thought there was just an inkling he would give me some insight into it. Apparently not. All right, so I'll tell you what. I'll give you $200 for it.
$350?
I'll go $250 on it.
$3?
Nope. I'll give you $250.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right.
Thanks.
Cool. I'll meet you right over there. We'll do some paperwork.
All right.
I should have never stolen Chum away from McDonald's. My life would have been so much easier. What in the... Corey!
What?
Why are there balloons everywhere?
I don't know. I figured you were having a baby or something.
Chum!
You call, you shall receive.
Why are all these balloons in my office, and why are you carrying balloons?
I got the Ronald McDonald balloon maker working so you can sell it. Ta-da. Look at it.
Why didn't you just tell me you got it fixed?
Well, you called me in as the expert, so I thought I'd show you my expertise.
He's got a point there, Pops.
Just leave, both of you, and take the balloons with you.
Calm down, Hamburglar. All right?
Just get the balloons out of here.
I'll come back after lunch and get them.
I got something here you guys might be interested in.
What do we got?
It's a baby rattle from the early 1800s.
A baby rattle.
It's sterling silver, got a whistle, and some bells on it. The kids would teeth on this end of the pearl.
Is that why people had such bad teeth back
Must
in the day?
have been. I bought it from a friend of mine. I had to have it because it's an early piece. It's unusual, and I never had one before. It's made out of pearl, and it's made out of sterling silver, and most of the toys today are made out of plastic. And I like to sell it to get the money out of it to buy a watch with.
Do you know much about it?
I know it's got the cat and the fiddle, and the cow jumped over the moon on it, and it's got a sterling mark. And the whistle does work, those.
And you would think this would be gross and nasty for a little baby, but one thing about sterling silver is bacteria cannot live on silver.
I didn't know that.
It's got antibacterial properties on it. So this would be a good thing for a baby because it killed germs. This was made by Gorham. That's an American silver company. They started off in the 1830s, 1840s, right around then. If it wasn't the best silver maker in the United States, it was close to it. They made tons of things like this. They made Christmas ornaments. They made whistles. They made little tea sets for kids out of sterling silver.
I've done some research on this, and I've only found one other one.
What you're saying is you got the holy grail of baby rattles here.
Maybe, maybe not.
If you were rich in the 1800s and want to flaunt it, this is what you spent your money on. Nothing says status like a silver baby rattle. And Gorham made some of the finest silver items on the market. Well, let me take a look. If you look at the hallmark on it, it's a later hallmark. It's from 1860 to like 1890, so we know it's not really early stuff. They use like a pewter solder, which is like copper and tin. It's not a silver solder because you can see it turning green right in there.
Really?
Okay, well, here's my opinion of it. It's fake.
Really?
It's just pit marks everywhere, and that is not the kind of thing you will find on Gorham, ever. The hallmark on it is barely legible. I don't think this is original. I think someone put this in there because it looks like they just plowed right through the middle of this little scene with the cow jumping over the moon. It doesn't seem like something Gorham would do.
So people are faking baby rattles?
People fake everything, okay? It looks like it's been reproduced by somebody. It just doesn't look right.
Okay.
And generally, when it doesn't look right, it's not.
Is that real pearl on it?
Yeah, that's real mother of pearl, but mother of pearl is inexpensive, okay? And you just have maybe 10 bucks worth of silver there. And I'm gonna pass.
I actually thought it was real. I mean, I thought it was worth a few $100 anyway, you know?
Well, if you bought it off a friend, maybe you get your money back.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe he won't be a friend anymore. All right, sorry about that, Ben.
I think he's wrong because I think they wouldn't put that big a piece of pearl on something that was faked. And I don't see why somebody would fake something that unique.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What do we got?
I have a Harry Blackstone poster. He was a magician, and it's signed.
And where did you come across this?
I actually found it at a yard sale.
Okay, I just had to have it.
Yes, it stood out, and I thought it was really interesting, actually. It says the greatest magician the world has ever known. That's what made me go, wow, he's the greatest magician.
Well, I'm the greatest pawnbroker the world's ever known.
I'm here at the pawn shop today to sell my Harry Blackstone autograph poster. It's a beautiful, amazing piece of art. I am hoping to sell this for $2,000 because I did a little bit of research, and most of his paintings that are signed are worth thousands of dollars.
This is cool. Do you know anything about Mr. Blackstone himself?
I didn't know anything till I actually got home, and then I did a little research. What made me interested in looking him up is that I saw that it was signed, and I know that art that's signed is usually worth a little bit more.
Yeah, Harry Blackstone, he was a pretty interesting guy. He toured around the country quite a bit. He was kind of up there. He was kind of big, but he kind of transferred more from like the magician to the illusionist kind of guy, though, where him and his brother Pete invented a lot of tricks.
Oh, okay.
And what made him really cool is that they had to build and construct all their own equipment, basically in secret, so no one found out how they were doing the tricks. So the picture itself is cool. I mean, this is a real period piece for 1930s, 1940s magicians. You know, you had the devils and you have the stuff emulating the black arts.
Yeah. I don't know who the painter was. I was trying to research the person that painted it because he has a bunch of different ones like this.
You know what? Quite honestly, I have seen this section of this poster with different magicians on it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think it was a stock thing. He probably bought the same picture and the same guy sold it to another dude and just put a different magician on it in a different town. It really was that simple back
Really?
then.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are you looking to do with it?
I would like to sell it.
Any idea what you're looking to get?
$2,000?
A lot of stuff like this goes for a whole lot of money. It really does. Hand-painted canvas ones I've seen go for over $50,000. This is a poster on paper. It's a print. It's not even from the period. This is something that was rolled up in a tube and covered in plastic and sold at the mall somewhere or something like that. That's not his signature on there. That was printed on there. What you have here is something that's worth like $5. Quite frankly, it would cost me more money than I could offer you to write up a ticket on it.
Okay.
But it's been fun talking to you, but I'm gonna have to pass. I apologize.
Well, thank you for your time.
I appreciate you coming in. If you get anything else cool, bring it in, please.
Okay, thank you. I am disappointed I didn't make a sale today. I thought that it would be at least worth something. Now I know the poster is an illusion.